when I'm differentiating, there are two kinds of differentiation. And by differentiation, I mean I'm going to make this better than anyone else. I'm going to make it better based on what customers want. There is the perceived value and there's real value. So for example, if I go to a listing on Amazon, the photo is perceived value because it's not tangible. I can't touch it. I can't feel it. It's just telling me what it's.
Right.
For the packaging, perceived value. You know, Apple products have amazing perceived value with the packaging. Some people keep them, the boxes. At the beginning stages, I kept mine. But after I worked for Apple, I was like, yeah, of course, I'm not going to keep that box. I throw it away. But it's funny, the fact that the box was made beautifully still makes me want to buy the product more, even though it doesn't have any practical value at all. Perceived value is a much less costly way to differentiate a product than real value. Real value would be things like the material, the thickness, the size, the mechanics, that kind of stuff. Whereas perceived value would be maybe the color, the packaging, the photos, the copy, stuff that isn't actually practical, but it makes the appearance nice. It's like perceived value is sort of like the makeup, and the real value is the face. That's another way to put it. Okay. Have to do that in order to make sure this is important to knowing how much I want to invest. If I think this product is greater risk, my first batch I order from the supplier will be strong on the perceived value. But if I'm like, man, this is a slam dunk, low risk product, no moving parts, super small and light, not a problem, I'm going to do the real value. I might even pay for the factory to create a new mold.
Oh, interesting.
And my fear is that factory, when they create a new mold, someone else could come along and buy it from the factory. I don't want to feed my competition. So what I'll do is in the mold, I will require them to put something with my logo. Let's just say it's a coffee mug or something.
Really?
In the mold, right, engraved. So that mold can only work for me and my brand.
Wow.
And someone else, and if they sell it to someone else, and they might, and people have to understand the way Chinese suppliers work is a different code of ethics. This is nothing against Chinese. I flew to China to understand this better. I'm learning Mandarin for this reason, brother. But I have to understand that supplier could still sell that product with the new mold. But the difference is because it has my imprint on it, now I can combat that seller because I trademarked that. You see what I mean? So it protects me. So getting a new mold can be anywhere from $500 to $50,000. Not a great way to start if someone's starting off. But I'm just saying in the future, that is a way to get the real value boosted like crazy.
And by doing that, you're adding another barrier to entry. And as you know, the more barriers to entry, the less people are gonna say, I don't want to spend the $500 to $1,500 to have to go through that mold. I don't want to have to explain to the supplier how, this seller did this and improved that. So, wow, that's I've interviewed so many Amazon sellers. I've never heard anyone say that before, which is really, really cool.